What's up, you lot? My name is the Pokemon Kage. Most of us who have been playing the main series Pokemon games have been using Pokemon that are extremely powerful. Those Pokemon are called Legendary Pokemon, and I think we've all at some point have been using the mascot Legendaries on our teams. In case you haven't figured it out by now, this video is based on my top 10 favorite Legendary Pokemon. Now before I start off this list, I just want to give two disclaimers. Number one, this list is entirely my own opinion, so if you don't disagree with my list, that's fine. In fact, why don't you lot in the comment section list your top 10 favorite Legendary Pokemon? Let's get a discussion going. Number two, some of these Pokemon that are on this list, I may or may not have used before, but I still like them all regardless. So without further ado, here are my top 10 favorite Legendary Pokemon of all time. Number 10, Solgaleo. I like Solgaleo simply because of its origin. Solgaleo is based on a lion with a sun motif, and it also seems to be based on the alchemist's son, being described as devouring the sun, which I think is very interesting. The only thing that would make Solgaleo higher on this list is because of two things. Number one, it's shiny, which as you can tell is really bad. And two, the fact that I've never played Generation 7 before. That's right, you heard it. But I will say, I have played a game that has Generation 7 Pokemon in it, and that game is a ROM hack called Pokemon Moon Emerald. There's not really a plot twist or anything, kind of like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I guess. It's just Pokemon Emerald, but with Gen 7 Pokemon added into it. That's the only time I've ever used Solgaleo. But I still like it regardless, and that's why I picked it for number 10 on my list. Number 9, Dialga. Dialga is this really cool Pokemon that can control time. Celebi may be the traveler of time, but Dialga is the boss of time. The main reason why I like Dialga is because of my trade. I wanted to catch a Giratina in my copy of Omega Ruby, and in order to get a Giratina, I needed a Dialga and a Palkia in my team. So I traded a Haxorus for a Dialga, and I'm not lying to you though, I got a shiny Dialga in ORAS. This made me so happy and genuinely surprised because I didn't expect to get a shiny Dialga. I also like its typing, Steel and Dragon. They're both really good typings in terms of both offensively and defensively. For those reasons, that's why I picked Dialga for number 9 on my list. Number 8, Zapdos. Can we just talk about how electrifying this Pokemon looks? Zapdos is literally the only Pokemon on this list that looks like it wants to kill you instantly. Well, another Pokemon is there also, but let's talk about Zapdos for now. Articuno will cool you down. Moltres will warm you up. But Zapdos will kill you if you don't treat it with the respect that it deserves. This Pokemon design really suits Zapdos. Game Freak could have used anything else on it, like put lightning bolts on its feet, or put a lightning rod for a beak. But they were smart and they kept it simple. For those reasons, that's why I put Zapdos for number 8 on my list. Number 7, Ho-Oh. I've said this to other people and I'm gonna say it now. I like Ho-Oh more than Lugia. Alright? I'm not trying to disrespect Lugia fans. I think Lugia is a great Pokemon. All I'm saying is Ho-Oh has a better backstory than Lugia, in my opinion at least. Ho-Oh revived 3 Pokemon that became the 3 legendary beasts. They all represent the thunder that struck, the fire that engulfed the tower, and the rain that put out the fire. These Pokemon are known as Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. All Lugia is the trio master and creator of the legendary birds. I'll ask you this year, what's better, beasts or birds? Answer that in the comments. Back to Ho-Oh though. This Pokemon is one that I really like because it reminds me a lot about the mystical animal, the Phoenix. For those reasons, that's why I picked Ho-Oh for number 7 on my list. Number 6, Zekrom. Zekrom is this really great Pokemon that stores electricity from its tail and uses it to murder its opponents. I also like its origin. This Pokemon is based on the yin-yang symbol along with Reshiram. Its design also seems to be based on a large theropod dinosaur, which I think is very interesting. This Pokemon is also the Pokemon of Ideals, where I had a long battle with Reshiram after fighting over truths and ideals. They both have great backstories, but Zekrom is one that I like more. For those reasons, that's why I picked Zekrom for number 6 on my list. Number 5, Latios. This Pokemon is one of 2 Pokemon that I had on 2 different teams. Latios is one of them. Latios is one of the Eon duo, the other being Latias, and I really like its design. This Pokemon is based on a jet plane and a dragon. Like Reshiram and Zekrom, both Latios and Latios have an inspiration from Yin and Yang, which I think is really cool and coincidental as well. I also really like using it in Oras. The fact that you could soar over the whole region by flying on Mega Latios is really cool. For those reasons, that's why I picked Latios for number 5 on my list. Number 4, Cobalion. Cobalion is this majestic steel fighting type that's the leader of the Swords of Justice trio. I've also used this guy in my Black Tooth playthrough. Valkyrie the Cobalion was a really great Pokemon to have because of his signature move, Sacred Sword. This is a 90 power fighting type move that will always do the same amount of damage regardless of stat changes to the other Pokemon, which I think is really cool and OP. But the main reason why I like Cobalion is because of its Dex entries. Its Black 2 Dex entry states, it has a body made of heart and steel. It works with its allies to punish people when they hurt Pokemon. Okay, I'm realizing that Cobalion needs to calm down a bit, but regardless of that, I still chose Cobalion for number 4 on my list. Number 3, Groudon. Groudon is this legendary behemoth that can slaughter anything on its path. This Pokemon represents the land. The freaking land! And also, Primal Groudon is one of the strongest Pokemon in existence. It has the ability Desolate Land that prevents it from getting hit by water type moves. So that means its only weakness is Ground. But even then, if it still gets hit by a strong ground type move such as Earthquake, Primal Groudon still has amazing defenses, 160 to be exact. And for those reasons, that's why I picked Groudon for number 3 on my list. Number 2, Mewtwo. When some of us think of this Pokemon, we see it as the most powerful Pokemon ever. Well, almost everyone. I don't. That's not to say that it's extremely powerful though, because Mewtwo is insanely powerful in its Mega Evolutions. Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y. Both Mega Evolutions, with Mega Mewtwo X and its 190 attack, and Mega Mewtwo Y and its 194 special attack, they will wreck anything in its path. But the main reason why I chose Mewtwo in my list is because of its backstory in Mewtwo Strikes Back, the first movie of Pokemon. Mewtwo was cloned from the ancestor of all Pokemon, Mew, and was born with no compassion, but it learned that humans and Pokemon are not what it seems, and they should be friends. And for those reasons, that's why I picked Mewtwo for number 2 on my list. Number 1, Rayquaza. Rayquaza is hands down my favorite legendary of all time, and is also the most powerful Pokemon of all time in its Mega Evolution. Can we just appreciate how monstrous this Pokemon looks? Mega Rayquaza is tied with Mega Mewtwo X and Y with 780 for a base stat total. But Mega Rayquaza is more powerful because it can Mega Evolve without a Mega Stone. This means that it can hold any other item to make it more destructive. You can give it a Choice Scarf, a Focus Sash, Life Orb, Leftovers, you name it. Mega Rayquaza also has this ability called Delta Stream, where it loses its Flying type weakness. That means it's only 2 times weak to Ice instead of 4 times. But like other legendaries, the main reason why I like Rayquaza is because of its backstory. More specifically, in the Delta episode of Oras. Let me bring you to a tale. Thousands of years ago, in the Primal Age, long lost, the world was overflowing with natural energy. Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre fought over that energy in endless, furious clashes. In the face of Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre, great power, people could do nothing. The only choice was to watch as disaster upon disaster swept over them. It was in such time that a great many meteoroids poured from the darkness of space, from a place higher than even in the heavens, and the meteoroids fell in their multitude upon a waterfall that had long been home to a tribe of dragon-type Pokemon users. The meteors shone with a rainbow brilliance as if some great life was held within. That was when, as if drawn by brilliance, a Pokemon that shone in blazing emerald hue descended from the heavens. That Pokemon was none other than Rayquaza. Rayquaza's power overwhelmed that of the 2 primal Pokemon, and peace returned to the world. And that's it! Those are my top 10 favorite Pokemon, legendary Pokemon of all time. Thank you lot for watching this video today. If you liked it, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter at ThePokemonKage, and as always, get things over with. Take care.